So I came across this article, and I think people should know about it. The YouTube dislike button is not functional. So basically, what that means is you as a YouTube person or customer, if you want to watch a video and you don't want to watch a video, well, tough luck, because YouTube will recommend to you anything that it thinks is worth watching. So it doesn't matter if you don't recommend a channel or dislike a channel, it's just going to slowly not care, and it's going to come back to you anyway. So the studies found that the algorithm is not affected by the dislike button, and it doesn't help. This was done a study, it used 20,000 volunteer web users. Although, to be fair, 20,000 volunteer users, if you do learn statistics, you learn that's not a very accurate response, simply because like volunteers as a different kind of thing with regards to everyone who is using that website or using Firefox or something. They learned that people don't feel YouTube user control effective tools for managing the content they see. Our research validates this experience. The data shows that people don't actually have much control over the YouTube algorithm, and YouTube algorithm clearly continues to recommend videos people clearly don't want to see, even after they left the platform know their preferences. Mozilla used a variety of tools. In its research, it began a story of 2758 regrets reported users, and 68% of them felt that YouTube algorithm completely ignored their request. That's a fascinating number of people. I think a lot of people do feel that way. I've seen this comment many times. It'll be like, YouTube, I've watched the video, now stop recommending it to me or something. And that does seem to happen a lot. So that could be the case. You can then track the videos which were rejected and which are recommended again. And discouraging 67% of rejected videos resurface on participants' recommended feeds. The algorithm was also incapable of determining the type of videos to stop recommending. For example, people who disliked war videos or told YouTube to stop would be continually fed glitzy footage. Oh, see, that's another thing with a platform like YouTube, where they control what you see. So it affects perception. It completely does. The most effective tool was the don't recommend channel option, which worked for majority of the time, while the least effective was the not interested option, which only worked 11% of the time. And Mozilla says YouTube has to fix their recommend. YouTube makes tools more proactive. Until then, continue to expect these horrible recommendations, no matter how many times you smash the dislike button. Yeah, I think that's 100% accurate. Like, it makes sense due to how YouTube phased out the dislike button already, and you have to have quote unquote illegal software or some form of hack to actually see the dislikes, and that's just seeing it, and they probably want to remove it altogether eventually, and so as to push creators that they're interested in using. And you know what? It's not so much that they can't, it's so much that to do something like that, it's insidious when you consider what could happen down the line, because not every business is guaranteed to remain more or less morally neutral at best, not to talk of morally upright. Not every business is going to support the smaller creators, going to support the minority creators, because at the end of the day, it's a business, and this is the problem with a lot of these sites on the internet, because ultimately they will want to generate the most traffic, and sending you videos of someone popping balloons filled with different colors is more effective for the algorithm than for them to send you a useful or controversial video that has a ton of dislikes or something that you may not want to watch. So ultimately, it's just another YouTube thing where YouTube is trying to maximize their earning potential and completely disregard their end customers.